rushing because I got to be at the door. I'm going to be on site today. We're going to be doing an installment in that library. So I'm going to see what I can do with the wall. They're going to allow us to paint the wall, or they're going to allow us to bring a motorized projection screen in, whatever it is, see what's going to happen. The projector definitely does hit from there, so that's no problem. It's going to be fantastic for the kids, for basically for reading and learning new stuff with having the computer there or the projector there. So all libraries have projectors, so that'd be a nice little setup in there. Anyway, let's get back to this. So this right here is our gamer paint, our professional gamer. I didn't have enough time to basically inform you on everything about this product because, like I said, I've been busy on these installments. So, I'm tired. Got things to do. But anyway, we only have well now 40 of these. 40 of these on the site. It's a prepaid shopping cart. There's only going to be 40 available. Once the 40 is completed, the product launches on August the 27th. On August the 27th, we will only be doing shipping out pre-orders only. That's all we're going to be shipping out. It's just the pre-orders. That's it. Anyone who doesn't have a pre-order, we will not. You cannot buy the paint. Only pre-orders can buy the paint. Let's see. So pretty much that's basically about it. Is it ultra short throw compatible? Yes. Every screen paint we've ever developed is ultra short throw compatible because I have ultra short throws. I use them all the time. Sometimes I swap my projectors out, and sometimes I may prefer to use an ultra short throw that day. So all our screen paints have to be ultra short throw. It's not just one. All of them are ultra short throw compatible. So I'm gonna do the short demonstration while I go in the back and get ready because I have some stuff I got to do today. It's very important. Oh, real quick, while we're doing this, let me explain the ultra short throw. So the projector we have on the floor is my Sony projector right there, ultra short throw. The other one I have is actually on site because we need that one. I do have another NEC one I paid $60 for, but I had to go order my lamp. I just haven't had any time because, like I said, I'm back and forth on installments and doing this and doing that. So, and on top of that, today I got to go in and get my contract agreement for what I'm going to be at right now. All right, so let's show you this, and then that way I can be done with this video and I can pop up on the other site. Anytime someone asks us, is it ultra short throw compatible? Every screen paint we ever developed is ultra short throw compatible. Every single one. Screen paint doesn't work on ultra short throw? Yeah, I can't even tell you that one. Like I said, you watch this down over on site with 100. This one cost me 300 because it's a Sony. On 120 inch on a projector that costs $179, and you watch me do this in a fully lit environment. I don't know how a projector and screen does not work in fully lit environments and everything else needed when the projector is sitting right on top of the screen. You know, the distance fill barrier doesn't pop up. When you have a distance fill barrier, even if your projector is 7,000 lumens, if you watch the demonstration with the church, they had a 7,000 lumen projector in that demonstration. I have no idea, I can't remember how many feedback they were, but they couldn't get the screen to pick up. So if they had ultra short throws in there, they probably would have had a little better image, a much better image than being whatever, how far back they had to be, and with all the light you have to deal with. So people who have ultra short throw setups, they have eliminated the distance barrier. It's not even there anymore. So this is why it's not that hard to pull up in a fully lit environment with an ultra short throw. And how I try to explain to them what they don't understand, you know, because they're so used to using ultra short throws. When you're at a distance, you have to deal with all the lighting in the environment. Your image is going to be traveling from A to B depending on how far back you're going to be at. Whatever your picture quality is going to pull up is depending on how much light you have in that environment that's going to rip away at those lumens. This is why venue projectors have massive amount of lumens, because they expect to lose lumens in the process of traveling from A to B. The screen requires maybe, let's say the screen only requires about 2,000 to pop. So they have to make sure whatever they have, whatever hits that screen, the minimum of 2,000 lumens is what's going to be required to get the screen to generate. That's so you can see the image. Not saying the image is going to be clean, not saying the image is going to be beautiful, not saying you're going to pick up colors and contrast, just to pick up the image, period. Now, being able to pick up color and contrast, well, that's another problem right there you're going to be dealing with. So this is where the screen is going to have the ability to be able to do all this. The projector's doing this job already. The screen has to pick up the other half. It has to receive the image and produce it right back the same way as you desire to see it. Ultra short throw, you don't have that factor. It doesn't exist. You can be in a well-lit environment, you stick that thing against the wall, it's going to pull the image. The only problem is the image is not going to pull 100% contrast, it's not going to pull proper color, and it is going to wash out a bit. The colors are faded and washed out. That comes down to the screen. Now my ultra short throw projector is sitting directly on the floor. It is actually less than a foot away from the screen, and the screen size we have here, I think it's about 106 or 108 or something on that size. This is the main concern people worry about the most when it comes to ultra short throws, because certified screens are usually the main ones are not compatible with ultra short throw. They have to have a special screen that makes it ultra short throw compatible. Screen paint, on the other hand, should never have this issue. It should never have something called narrow viewing cone effect. So people who basically who make screen paint products don't know anything about narrow viewing cone effect. If you had tested certified screens, you would know about this. Certified screens have this issue. So the narrow viewing cone effect is basically when you get these little dark edges around the screen, and if you shift to the side, the screen goes dark. That's the narrow viewing cone effect. Only certified screens have this issue because they have this kind of reflective material, and that's what triggers off that effect. So they have special screens that they develop that are ultra short throw compatible. If you get a DMP Supernova Elite screen, certain screens they have, it will clearly state at the bottom, this is not ultra short throw compatible. You have to have a certain screen for that. But screen paints should never have this issue ever, because screen paints don't have that reflective material that certified screens have. So why would a screen paint have an issue bringing up on an ultra short throw? I have no idea why. It shouldn't be a problem. The only problem you're going to have with the screen paint, like I said, you're going to have washout of color. You're going to have, if the screen can't pick up contrast, is one of the other issues that are going to pop up. White levels, well, any screen pretty much can pick up a white level. It's just a given. Depends on how bright the white level is going to come up. Same thing with gunmetal technology. But gray screen paints can pick up on ultra short throw. They literally don't have to say ultra short throw compatible. Even house paint is ultra short throw compatible. The problem you're going to have is, can it maintain in a fully lit environment? Are the colors going to pop? Are you going to maintain 100% contrast? That's another thing I can't talk enough about. The 100% contrast. Literally, I'm so sick and tired of seeing gray screens, white screens come up and say, even gunmetal, come up and say, oh, we're producing a contrast level. No, you are not producing a contrast level. Because if that's the case, that means any projector we choose can pick up at an amazing contrast level, any projector we choose. You can't do that with gray screen. You can't choose any projector. The projector with the highest amount of contrast is going to pull up the darker shade of gray. That's how that works. That's why I said, man, some people with these gray screens and white screens, y'all live in a delusional, fictional world that doesn't even exist to the laws of physics. It just doesn't. Where in the world did you get the idea to think that a gray screen would ever pull the same contrast as a black or gunmetal technology? Not going to happen. And even gunmetal can't even pull equal to black. So where did you get this idea from? And apparently it doesn't work, because on the field trip of hunting down P2s Every single demonstration involving anything with contrast or whatever, that projector stayed in the dark. So I don't know. I have no idea where that concept came from. As far as I'm concerned, ultra short those should never be used on a gray screen. Where are you getting the contrast from? Where's it coming from? Honestly, where's it coming from? It's not coming from the screen, so where is it coming from? It's going to come from an overpriced, expensive projector you're going to have to buy at the end of the day. And again, as I told you before, you're not picking up black. You're actually picking up a darker shade of gray. The darker your screen is, the more you're going to be able to utilize that option on the projector. You get a gunmetal technology like Black Diamond or one of them other high-end screens, guess what? Your contrast level is going to come out much better than a gray screen paint. And if you get a white screen and you switch over to a gray paint, then guess what? Your contrast levels is going to improve a little bit on a gray screen. If you choose a gunmetal technology, guess what? Your contrast levels are going to dramatically change because it's a much darker screen. And if you switch over to black, then what was the point if you spending all that money for a high contrast projector? You don't need it, you can just turn it off. All right, we're done here. Let's clear up those to pay. And I am going to scoot out the door because I'm going to be on site. Oh, it'd be so much easier if we can basically get one over there. Like we can't put one over there. I would love to put an ultra short there on that section because again, we don't have that. I don't mind the distance. We can pick up on a distance throw. I'm talking about the library. We can pick up on a distance throw. I'm talking about basically it'd be just much easier. But we'll see when we get done with the day. We're going to look at it, see how that works. I might be painting the screen and hopefully we can paint the wall because that'd be so much easier to do. All right, well, that being said, people, glad we had this little talk. But the reason why I tell you this stuff is because it's to educate you and help you out. There's a whole lot of crap that goes on in the projector industry and you're not being told the truth. You really are not. Do your research, do your homework before you buy, before you purchase. Because again, you're going to end up making some really bad choices at the end. Like I told you, we're going to do these demonstrations called comparison demonstration. This is going to be a short video. It's going to show projectors in fully lit environments, how they're supposed to react. And you take those little comparison videos and you go do your research. You go look around and you find anyone who's using ultra short projectors or any kind of projector in a fully lit environment. So that way you don't get burnt, end up sitting in the dark or having your screen wash out because you open up curtains. You've seen that happen before to a customer. 3,500 lumen, we can't get upset about that. The truth is the truth. People get all butthurt over that. It is what it is. 3,500 lumen 4K projector and the screen completely disappeared. I guarantee he was told it was going to work. Yeah, that's something else, isn't it? Well, I got to go. I got to be on the site. Got to go and God bless.